Bintang, you may take your time.
Okay, thank you, MC, for the good introduction. Hello, everyone. How are you today? I hope all of you are always in a good condition. My name is Anagung Bintang Krisna Dewi, but you can just call me Bintang. I am one of the person in charge in this LSA March edition event besides my friend Revaldi. I want to say welcome and thank you to two of our consortium partner that contributes today to share and will introduce comprehensively about your consortium program that you offer to international students. Not forget an honorable mention to ITS management staff that attend here with us today, Mr. Muhammad Wahyu Islami Pratama as a manager for Comtech and Mobility Program. Also, I want to say thank you to Mbak Angie, Mbak Sekar, and to the rest of the committees that supported me and Revaldi to prepare this event. So usually LSA is a monthly event that is held by ITS Global Engagement to give more insight to ITS students or even alumni to get to know more about ITS university partner. But today was very special because we get to know more about our consortium partner. We hope through the LSA events that ITSGE provides, the participants could gain more insight and could encourage you to go study abroad. And let me spoil a little that LSA will be back on 25th and 25th of March again, which you could discuss again, but with different universities. But not just LSA this month, at ITSGE will have FSQR event, which will invite ITS students that already did some international program to share their experience. So we hope you could participate in this program also. The last word from me for the LSA March today are to ask many questions, ask what you have been curious about, and please enjoy this event. I'll give it back to the MC. Thank you.
Okay, Bintang, thank you very much for your opening speech. Next, we will have another opening speech from the ITS Global Engagement Management. For Mr. Wahyu, you may take your time.
Okay, thank you so much, Fiona, and good evening from Surabaya, Mr. Francois from the representative of the FICEM Consortium, and also a good evening from Surabaya as well to Miss Sehengnat, from the representative of the ACNET-Tech, Asian Chinese Engineering Networking Technology. Thank you so much for agree to give a session to our student as well. And also good evening for all the ITS students who attended this Zoom session today. I know several of the students will still on the way to join the session. I would like also to say good evening for the parents or alumni of ITS who joined for the session today. Thank you so much. Well, basically, for like the Bintang mentioned before, that this LSI is actually in order to prepare of ITS students to getting know more about of our partner. However, for this special occasion, for this special session today, we are very glad to invite our two consortium who provide you not only for the mobility as well, but also opportunity to going abroad for the continue your master, continue your study, in among of the member of the FICEM or ACNET-Tech as well. As the mobility program manager, basically we would like to hoping that through this program, ITS students will have more preparation, and also have more preparation because you will have a lot of discussion with our partner, or I mean in this case is our representative the consortium. So first you can grab the opportunity more from the ACNET-Tech as well, or also a FICEM consortium. Secondly, also we also, as you aware that based on our ranking, so ITS always #1 for the outbound, so our student is very eager to going abroad. So we also hoping that you meet after the session, so you can also put the list, put on your list for the opportunity that available later from the ACNET or also FICEM consortium that you can put, so also we are very glad actually the two consortium is quite different, FICEM is more for the postgraduate students, and also for our ACNET because I saw that several of the postgraduate students as well as will attend it, and also even the country is different. So that's why, yeah. So again, LSI, we are trying to provide more information to our student, and we also hoping that after to join the program, you may gain more benefit. So enjoy the session, when we are hoping that we can see you later in going in another country that you already put in your list for study abroad. Thank you so much. Back to you, MC.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Wayu, for the wonderful speech. So before we go to our main session for today, let me introduce our speaker for today. First, there will be the French-Indonesian Consortium for Engineering and Management, or we can say FICEM. And the second one, there will be Asian-China Network for Cooperation and Exchange among Engineering and Technology Universities, or ACNET-Tech. Without any further ado, let me invite our speaker today from FICEM Consortium, Mr. Van Koys. Hello, Mr. Van Koys. How are you today?
Hello, good afternoon. Selamat siang. Bonjour. Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity to present the FICEM, and very, very good afternoon to all of you. So my name is François Quillot. I'm French, I'm living in France, and I'm here to present you the FICEM, the French-Indonesian Consortium for Engineering and Management. So I'm working at IMT for the FICEM in France, in Nantes. I will give you a presentation about the opportunity to study in France. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, and normally you should be able to see my screen. Am I correct? So MC, can you see my full screen?
Yes, that's perfect, actually.
Super. So thank you again, ITS, for this awesome session of Let's Study Abroad. And let's start the presentation. If I have well understood, I have at least 30 minutes. So as I have told you, the FICEM is the French-Indonesian Consortium for Engineering and Management. And it's one of the tasks of the FICEM is to offer graduate program. When I say graduate program, I mean master and PhD program for ITS students, but not only. So to have a general overview about the FICEM goal is to bring together 10 Indonesian universities and 9 French graduate schools in engineering and management of the Institut Mines Telecom. So what are we doing with the FICEM? We have different activities. One of them is to offer a mobility possibility for Indonesian students by welcoming them in our technological university and in our master programs. We are also developing the link in education and research between our universities in supporting incoming and outgoing mobility, both at the master, doctoral, and academic levels. So at the end, we are building closer links between our two countries and consequently with Europe. For example, in order to provide to future Indonesian teacher, researcher, a special relation between France and Indonesia. So as you can see on this slide, ITS is part of the FICEM, which has been created in 2015. We count today more than 121 alumni from the FICEM, and ITS is part of the French-Indonesian Consortium for Engineering and Management. So we organize different actions. We organize each year a Rector and Dean's Forum, a French-Indonesian joint working groups for research, alumni meeting. It's often in Jakarta, but we're going to try to organize in different cities of Indonesia for the next time. But we're participating also in educational fair as EHEF, LPDP, or some international days, or some super session like Let's Study Abroad. So thank you again, ITS, to invite us. a short slide about the scientific workshop and conference and world-class professor. It just to give you a global overview. We're working not only on mobility, academic mobility, but also in research, in different areas, in environmental, in nuclear, in energy, in telecommunication. And we have a lot of joint research projects in also different areas. So I know that most of you are maybe still in bachelor degree, but it's still a good thing to plan what you can do after your bachelor. You may follow with a master and then a PhD, and why not in one of the program of the Institut Mines Telecom that we are offering. So, but today, I would like to have a special focus on Erasmus Plus program. With the FICEM, we recently get scholarship opportunities. What is the Erasmus Plus program? Is one of the major programs of the Commission, the European Commission. And in fact, with Erasmus Plus program, we have the possibility to provide scholarships for ITS students who would like to study in one of our master science programs. So thanks to the European Union and the Erasmus Plus program, which is called, as you can read on the slide, ICM for International Credits Mobility. So the ICM scholarships is supporting the mobility for master students and for PhD students for ITS students. And the mobility support at least a period of 3 months and a maximum period of 12 months. So it means as ITS student, if you are currently enrolled in your last year of bachelor degree, in Indonesia, the bachelor degree is 4 years, it means that maybe you're going to continue with a master. And it can be an opportunity for you to study the first semester or the first 2 semesters of your master degree in France and in one of the Institut Mines Telecom Master of Science program. So to give you more details about the scholarship, the Erasmus Plus scholarship is covering a monthly scholarship at 850 euros per month, which is more or less 13 million Indonesian rupiah, if I am correct. And the Erasmus Plus scholarship is also covering the travel ticket from Indonesia to France, and it's up to 1,500 euros. So all the information about the FICEM are on the website, which is on the slide. You can also note the contact address, and we will be happy to give you more details. And I would like to share with you also one photo with some alumni of the FICEM. Now, I will give you more detail about what you can study in France under the FICEM frame. So we have IMT, which is the Institut Mines Telecom, and IMT Atlantic, a member of the IMT, and which is a technological university. Let's be more focused. The Institut Mines Telecom, IMT, is the #1 group of public engineering and management higher education institution in France. It counts about 14,000 students, where 30% of the students are international students. So IMT and IMT Atlantic is what we call a technological university in France. So we're providing high standard education to the best students admitted through a selective process. The institute maintains strong relationships between company, industry, and research. So to summarize, we are committed between education, research, innovation at the international stage. So for international students, it's a first choice institution to study engineering in France. As you have maybe seen on the previous slide, in the Institut Mines Telecom group, we are 9 technological universities in France. And in this technological university, we are all offering Master of Science. I'm sorry, the slide is a little bit small, but we're offering Master of Science both in English, both in French, and both in English and French, duolingual languages. And in the areas of civil engineering, computer sciences, electrical engineering, electronical engineering, energy and environment, health, industrial, information communication technology, material science, and nuclear engineering. So we have a very different approach of the industry and research for engineering, and we're offering very different types of Master of Science. So now, in order to give you more details about the technological university, I will give you the example of IMT-Atlantic. IMT-Atlantic, a technological university, we are an expert in 3 fields: digital technology, energy, and environment. And I would like to share with you a small video, and normally I can also share my sound. So let's start with a short video about the IMT-Atlantic. So you have understood we are in France, so not so close to Indonesia. I think it's 12 hours by flight. And our campuses at IMT-Atlantic, we are based on the West Coast in Brest, Rennes, and Nantes. So not so far from the Atlantic Ocean. And for international students, we are offering for each campus a nice and green and safe environment. We are providing student facility such as dormitories, restaurant, library, gymnasium, and we're sharing everything between French students and international students. So our institute is also recognized in the world's most prestigious ranking, such as Shanghai, QS, and Time Higher Education. So it's a world-class institution. And in order to enter in the programs, that's what you can study at IMT-Atlantic. As you have seen on the video, we have different programs: Master of Science in Engineering, what we call Diplôme d'ingénieur in French, and it's taught in French. We also have International Master of Science. We have European Joint Master degrees, Postmaster Professional Certificates, short program, and PhD programs. But let's focus on the International Master of Science, which are taught in English. At IMT-Atlantic, we have 4 different Master of Sciences, one in Information Technology, one in Management Optimization on Supply Chain and Transport. I will give you more detail about this one in Process and Bioprocess Engineering, and one in Nuclear Engineering. It's 2 years master program, and it's 100% taught in English. So we have also bilingual master program. It means that you need to speak a little bit French one in information technology and one in nuclear engineering. The detailed syllabus on all these master programs are available on our website. But basically, our Master of Science are 2-year master program composed of 4 semesters, where you will be able to see scientific and technical modules, but not only some management, some French language and culture, a lot of projects, company visit, and the last semester is, of course, an internship in a company or in a research lab. And that is why the last semesters, you can do it in an industry. So for international students, it's very nice because you will be able to have connection with the French industry or the European industry. As you can see on this slide, our students used to do the internship in huge companies like L'Oréal, Ford, Airbus, Adidas, and it's very, very interesting for the student in order to find a job directly after the internship. And one thing at ACNET-Tech, the internship, which is at least 6 months, the student must have a salary. It's a French obligation. And if you prefer to do your final master thesis, you can also do it in a laboratory in research. So you have the choice between industry or research. So now, if we focus on, for example, on the Master of Science in Industrial Engineering, to give you a global overview. Now, just a few words about the management and optimization of supply chain and transport. As I told you, it's a 2-year master program. We focus on scientific and management. In fact, 70% of courses taught in English are scientific courses and technical courses, and 30% of courses are management courses, because it's very important to train a new engineer that you will or she will have the ability to manage a team, to manage human. So management courses are very important. Even if the Master of Science in the Institut Mines Telecom group are taught in English, we still give some French courses, because even it's not mandatory to enter in, to be admitted in one of our programs, it's still important to speak a little bit French for the daily life. And that is more syllabus of the Master in Industrial Engineering. Everything is on the website, and you will get the opportunity also to have some company visit, like some photo of Airbus, which is one of the major French industry for airplane. So the objective of this Master in Industrial Engineering in advanced training in operation, research, and decision making, we're offering high-level technical and management skills, as I give you more detail before, and the ability to manage complex projects in an international environment. So the opportunity is also to put into practice in a real industrial environment during your master thesis, and you will also get the opportunity to enter in a high-level career in industry or to continue in PhD. And as I have told you, you will get some French language and you will be able to develop multicultural skills. So at the end, you will have the possibility of career, the career opportunity as supply chain manager or logic system, and you also get the possibility to continue in PhD, because all of the master of the Institut Mines Telecom, not only the Master of Science most, they are accredited by the French government. So it means that you can continue in PhD everywhere in the world. So that was the focus about the program, and just more specifically about the Master of Science most. Now about the FICEM recruitment, because as I have told you, we have Erasmus Plus scholarship. So how to apply for a Master of Science at ACNET-Tech for the Institut Mines Telecom? In March 2022, we're starting a webinar with ITS, And then if you're interested to study in one of our Master of Science, you will have to be nominated by the by ITS and get a nomination letter that you will be able to upload and go to the online platform, the FICEM online platform. Everything again, it's on the website. What will you have to upload? You will have to upload the CV, the university transcript, a copy of bachelor degree, a copy of English test results for non-native speakers, 2 references letters, and 1 motivation letters. So that is for the first step. Apply for 1 program of Institut Mines Telecom Group. The second step is about the Erasmus Plus scholarships. Once you will apply for the master program, we will be able to provide you an acceptance letter if you are accepted. Then we are going to organize an interview in order to evaluate your motivation to come in France, about your project. And that is a step 2, the Erasmus Plus scholarship assignment. So during this interview, we will ask you some questions. It's more about an exchange. And if we are going to evaluate your motivation with very good motivation to come in France, we will be able to give you a scholarship, the FICEM scholarship, the Erasmus Plus scholarship. So that is about the process in Canada. And now I would like to share with you one success story about one of our students, Mr. Mohamed Zekrouf, who studied at IMT-Atlantic during 1 semester, and he gets the Erasmus Plus scholarship.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Zuhro Firdaus. I'm from Indonesia, and I was an exchange student in IMT-Atlantic back in 2017. During the exchange program that I enrolled in, it was called FICEM, French-Indonesian Consortium in Engineering and Management. I was granted the Erasmus Plus scholarship. The scholarship includes tuition fees, living cost, health insurance, and travel expenses from and to your original country. Some universities and institutions in France only requires the IELTS document for foreign students, but having DELF certificate will not only expand your options but also increase your chance among other participants. During my study in IMT-Atlantic, we were given an understanding of supply chain practices by participating in the supply chain exhibitions, visiting several factories of well-known multinational companies, and also by having subject matter experts as guest lecturers. And what also excites me was the opportunity to be able to meet people from all around the world, because IMT-Atlantic have such a high percentage of international students. I realized I only had a slight experience back when I was a student in IMT-Atlantic, and now I want to complete my study by taking the full course in supply chain management in IMT-Atlantic. My advice for a prospective international student is to contact the French embassy within your country and seek the opportunity to study abroad, especially in France. And if you want to continue your study in industrial engineering, I would highly recommend IMT-Atlantic for your further studies. That's all. Terima kasih.
Okay, so that was about Mr. Mohamed Zekrouf. And to finish this presentation, I would like to give you some words about why choosing IMT-Atlantic or one of the master from the Institut Mines Telecom Group. In France, we have kind of amazing location for IMT-Atlantic. In Brest, Nantes, and Rennes, we have great cities. The cost of life is definitely cheaper than in Paris and is higher. So it's more comfortable to find an accommodation, to find a good quality of life. We are not so far from the Atlantic Ocean Atlantic. And the weather is quite nice. It's definitely colder than in Indonesia, but it's still nice. We have student services. As I have told you, on a campus accommodation, we have restaurant, We give orientation days for international students. We have sport facilities. We help the student to find an internship for career. We help the student to make his CV. We have international student associations and many student clubs, sport, arts, etc. So that is why we get a quality label from Campus France, which is Bienvenue en France, with the highest level, 3 stars. So it means that it's quite good for us. So if you still have some doubts about why choosing Institut Mines Telecom and IMT Atlantic, why not? Under the FICEM frame, I will be able to and happy to respond to all of your questions on the next session. And I guess I give you all the detail about my presentation. So terima kasih and thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
Okay, thank you very much for Mr. Francois. Okay, next we'll have from the ACNET-Tech. Let me invite our speaker from ACNET-Tech. There will be Ms. Shengnan. Hello, Ms. Shengnan. How are you today?
Hey there. Good evening.
Good evening, Ms. Shengnan. Okay, from Ms. Shengnan, you may take your time.
Okay, I will start. So I will show my screen. Okay. Screen. Okay, I hope you can see it clearly.
Yes, you can see. You can see your
Yeah,
PowerPoint.
so yes. So dear colleagues from ITS Global Engagement, friends from FICEM, and students from the ITS campus, good evening. I'm He Xiongnan from the Permanent Secretariat of ACNET-Tech. It's my pleasure to introduce this consortium at the SLA program to ITS students today. So first off, I would like to thank Global Engagement for providing this opportunity for communication. Thank you. So I hope in the following 30 minutes that my introduction can help you to better know ACNET-Tech and spark your interest in our student program. I'm sure you will have several questions that we can, of course, discuss later in the breakout session. So first, ACNET-Tech stands for ASEAN China Network for Cooperation and Exchange among Engineering and Technology Universities. It was established in September 2014 to promote interpersonal exchange and research collaboration. Its founding members include 9 top-level universities in China, as well as 8 auxiliary ASEAN universities, including the ITS. So in China, the 2 most famous university leagues are the C9 and the E9. For E9, we were called Excellency 9. They make up China's top institutes for education and research. The consortium's purpose include to create a network for higher education in the areas of engineering and technology, to promote culture and educational exchange and cooperation, and to cultivate talents in the areas of engineering and technology. So through ACNET-Tech's development, it has made many achievements. It has held several influential forums, established a multitude of research institutes and centers, launched a variety of innovation courses, and continue to expand its network. So now ACNET-Tech has developed into an even larger organization. It consists of 10 universities from China and 14 universities from ASEAN countries. So in China, members come from the Excellency Line as well as Macau. In ASEAN, members represent the very top university in Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos. So some examples include the University Malaysia, Chulalongkorn University, and Mahidol University in Thailand, Universitas Indonesia, and ITS. So this wide scope of this consortium means that your potential opportunities could be drawn from these 7 countries. Tianjin University is the permanent secretary of the Chinese side. I know that many of you are interested in studying in China. So today I will focus more on the Chinese member universities and their programs. Okay. So why would I recommend you study abroad with ACNET-Tech, especially in China? So allow me to list several reasons. But first, for your education, these universities house some of the most outstanding lecturers and supervisors in this nation. So each of these universities possess tens of academicians from the Chinese Academy of Science and the Chinese Academy of Engineering, the 2 top think tanks in China. And this means that by studying at these universities, you will have the opportunity to be guided by masters. Second, if you plan to be a researcher in the future, so ACNET-Tech members boast the most advanced experimental equipment. Many national level laboratories and facilities are located in these institutes and are regularly used by the teachers and the students. And the third, in China, you will experience Chinese culture firsthand, but will also be studying on an international campus. You will experience an exotic, but at the same time, very friendly atmosphere. And the next, here in China, goods and services are both abundant and affordable. You may have already heard that China has extremely convenient online and offline shopping systems. And the last but not the least, here we have a very comfortable climate with 4 distinct seasons. If you like the winters, you could choose to study in China's north, and where almost half of the year you will experience the white snow. If you like an equal balance of seasons, you cannot go wrong with Tianjin University. I will show you how Tianjin looks like its full season. So this is a photo of the spring and the summer, the fall, and the winter. Okay, so later I will use Tianjin U as an example of Chinese ACNET-Tech member universities. Okay, let's first, I will play a video. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Miss, you haven't shared the sound.
Can you hear the voice?
No, Miss.
No, we cannot hear.
Okay, so
Maybe you may click share sound before you share the screen.
How about now?
No.
Still no?
Yes, yes. So you need to stop share first. And then when you would like to share, please click in the left one, bottom. Stop share first, and then would like to share screen again. Maybe you may start.
Okay, I stop the sharing.
Yes, stop sharing. Please click stop share.
Yes. Try.
Okay.
Yes.
Now you are click share screen. But before you click share, please click in the left. There is share and sound. You found it?
Yeah, there's sound.
Share and sound. Please click. Please click and then click share.
So the mic along with the system?
Yes, yes. So when you okay, let me try. Oh, we cannot hear the voice. Maybe Fiona or committee, can you guide her to show Excel? Or if you have the video, maybe I will help you to share, Ms. Shangnan. While you continue presentation, I will prepare the video. Maybe it's better.
Sorry, Miss Shannon, you still mute.
Shengnan, we can't hear you. We can't hear your voice.
But we can hear your voice, Miss.
How about now? Hello?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So now you can hear.
Yes, yes, it's clear.
I think I will share the screen again.
Yes, yes. Okay, I'm so sorry everyone for technical.
Okay, so I will try. Can you hear the voice? No. Can you hear the voice?
No, can I get the link? So maybe I will play the video.
Yes,
help
I
you.
will send it to you.
Maybe make it to chat box.
Yes. Yeah.
I will share the link. TGU English Index. Okay.
Okay, I will check how to have it.
Yeah, maybe I will help you to share it. Okay, let me.
I will see. Oh. 1 minute. Same.
Okay, so do you want me to play the video now?
Can you?
Or you want to continue presentation first?
If you have it, maybe in internet, you may play it now.
Okay.
So I make the speech after that. So I send the link to you. You just roll it down to the bottom.
Okay.
And there's a set video.
Yes. Let me share.
Yeah, thank you.
So I will share. Please stop share, Miss ACNET. I will share from here. Please click stop share. Okay.
Yeah.
This one, right?
Yeah. Oh, the internet is kind of stuck.
Okay.
In 1895, the first modern university of China was founded, marking the spiritual awakening of the nation. To innovate, then, was to reform and save the nation from perishing. To prosper the nation through education has been the inherent mission of Tianjin University. Patriotism runs in the blood of every member of Tianjin University. Behind each and every groundbreaking achievement are the names of the university's eternally remembered alumni. University's eternally remembered alumni. A galaxy of talents have been nurtured here, and they have contributed greatly to the nation's development. Prospering the nation through education will always be the core spirit of Tianjin University. This spirit keeps our university everlastingly young for generations. To innovate.
Well, I think the
everlastingly young for generations.
finally today.
To innovate is to keep up with the times. Great undertakings begin with dreams. Take root in innovation and succeed in solid work. We will strengthen engineering, prioritize sciences, vitalize liberal arts, and advance medicine. Facing the uncertainties of the world. Uncertainties of the world, we respond with courage and responsibility. Confronted with unknown boundaries of sciences, we shape the future. With persistence and
Yes, Miss ACNET.
I think this today the internet is not fine, so
Okay, maybe you may.
save it and then let's.
Yeah, maybe I can share the link to. Is it okay? I share the link, the video to my student.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Okay, so I will share the screen and then let's continue with the slides. Okay.
Yes. Please click share again.
Okay,
Yeah.
we will go ahead with the slides. Okay, so I would say Peking University has a long and storied history. It attaches utmost importance to seeking truth from facts. And since its founding, it has been a pioneer in China. And actually, it issued the nation's first diploma. And it's the first modern university in China. So we have a general look of it. The Tianjin U has over 40,000 students, approximately 5,000 staff, over 1,600 research patents, and 256 international partners. It provides both degree and non-degree programs taught in Chinese and English. So all the Chinese members have highly ranked discipline. In the 2017 National Discipline Assessment conducted by the Chinese Minister of Education, Tianjin U has 14 disciplines designated as A-level, and the quality of the discipline ranks in the top 3 in the country. In the ESI rankings, 3 disciplines ranked in the top 0.1%, while 13 ranked in the top 1%. And these measures listed in the right are highly recommended if you are interested in studying in Tianjin University. And next, I would like to introduce 5 kinds of student programs available through ACNET-Tech, especially from the Chinese side. So regarding the student exchange programs, so almost every member have these. I have listed some of them in this page. So these programs provide opportunities to both undergraduate students and postgraduate students. While for young researchers holding a PhD degree, we have the Talent Young Scientist program. This is an international mobility scheme funded by the Chinese government and aimed at cultivating future leading scientists. It offers sponsorship for talented young scientists from other countries to work together with China's team in China on a full-time basis for a period of 6 or 12 months. So if the students complete your doctorate degree and become a full-time researcher or work in the policy study in Indonesia, we would strongly recommend that you apply for this program. This is an excellent opportunity if you are planning on a career in research. And besides these exchange programs, we also have summer and winter programs, such as the Chemical Engineering Online Summer Program. So last year, we had over 140 overseas students who completed this program, which usually starts in August. We also have the Smart Ocean Month for Future Maritime Leaders program. This is a joint program organized by Tianjin University and ITS. It aims to cultivate future maritime leaders, focuses on areas of marine science and technology, and usually it kicks off in September. While in terms of winter programs, one such is the Tongji University's Tongzhou Online Winter Camp for Chinese Studies. And this is a Chinese language and cultures program. And we also have the South China University of Technology's Innovation in China's Greater Bay Area online courses. And most of summer and winter programs are free of charge to ITS students. We also have a lot of student competitions held every year, and I will introduce 2 of them today. The first is the ASEAN China Learning About Ocean Student Film Competition. Well, last year we have over 600 participants And the winner receive cash prize, while the first prize winners works were adopted and utilized by the National Maritime Museum of China. And this is a very high honor indeed. And to encourage students' enthusiasm for science and the public passion for space mission, and the BIT, our member, will launch the first international space science and scientific payload competition later this month. And I hope you will pay special attention to this one. We often provide shared courses to our members. So ACNET-Tech members will deliver online lectures, which are then made available to our member university students and free of charge. So feel free to select some of these and participate. We will send the notice every now and then. So next point I would like to bring up is about studying abroad in both degree and non-degree programs. So I will introduce some of Tianjin U's and Tongji's programs today. In addition to Tianjin U's degree program, we also have non-degree programs like the foundation program, short-term program, Chinese language program, etc. And there are so many programs for you to choose from in many majors and areas. I'm unable to list them all here. And the key information is as follows. So they are bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degree programs for all kinds of students. There are generals as well as special programs. And these special programs are primarily found in the School of Architecture of Tianjin University. And the architecture program at Tianjin University is very strong. It ranks in the top 50 in the world. And we also have the MBAs and etc. The application period for all these programs range from October to the next June. Next, the non-degree program usually open for application from March to June for the fall semester. So now is the time for apply for the fall semester. And from the October to December, so for the spring semester. And the tuition fees vary depending on which program you are in. Tianjin U provides a variety of scholarships opportunities to students, including the international students. There are Chinese government students scholarships and Tianjin government scholarships and the Tianjin University's international student scholarships, also Peiyang future scholarships, etc. And if you are accomplished students, you are very likely to obtain one of these funding opportunities. Here, this page is some details about how you should apply online. Okay, just I will send all this information after the meeting. Next, Tongji University has exceptional master and PhD program available through its Institute of Environmental for Sustainable Development, IESD. So the IESD was jointly established by the United Nations Environmental Program and Tongji University. It has served as a strategic think tank for UNEP and an interdisciplinary platform for Tongji University. And it has made a significant contribution to sustainable development and the environment by utilizing three main pillars: education, research, and outreach. The IESD provides 2 master degrees program, which are environment management and sustainable development and environment engineering. And they have environment management and sustainable development doctorate degree program as well. So if you are interested, you can find more information on this website. This program has already opened for application, but they will arrange an online presentation on 25th of this month, which you can join in if you are interested. Well, Tongji University has several scholar opportunities which can be utilized for these programs as well, including the Chinese government scholarships, Shanghai municipal government scholarships, and more. So you can learn more about these at the address listed. I think due to the time constraints, I can only introduce these two universities programs here, but we have a list of several other member universities, international programs, and exchange programs that are open to ITS students as well. I will send these links later to you as well. So ACNET-Tech is comprised of 24 members. I couldn't introduce all of them to you today, although every of them are very excellent and outstanding. But I have provided their official website here if any of you are interested in digging further. So this consortium is a group of, is a family of these outstanding members, and also we supported about these member universities. Okay, so thank you for all your time and attention. We heartily welcome you to study at one of our universities and institutes, and all participate in the activities as we discussed as well. Well, we look forward to seeing you on our campus and also our online platforms. Thank you for the listening. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Shengnam, for the explanation.
Okay, thank you.
Let's move to our next agenda. But before we go to the panel discussion, there will be a bit explanation about consortium from Mr. Wahyu. For Mr. Wahyu, you may take your time.
Okay, thank you so much. So again, for ITS, once again, thank you so much, Mr. Francois and Ms. Shengnan. So everyone, I would like just to highlight some of that we got the mobility or some benefit from the consortium, yeah, because we joined it consortium. In total, currently ITS already joined about 14 kind of consortium related to the mobility or research. Yeah, there's also some consortium who will allow you to go to abroad, yeah, for master and PhD degree as well, or PhD postdoc for the PhD as well. So for the more information is actually you can go through our website, yeah, and we www.ats.ac.id/international, and then click partnership, or you can find a consortium. So we invited today the FICEM and also ACNET because they offer the mobility program, yeah, as well with other consortiums such as UMAP or also Browik. Yeah, we are also from China as well, but more related to civil engineering and also architecture. And also there is several consortium who jointly with the government, such as Mevlana for the one who would like going to Turkey, and also several of the Erasmus program. Yeah, so basically there's some beneficial. Yeah, so when we explain to IPITs, yeah, during in postgraduate or either in undergrad student, we always inform you about the consortium that it has joined in order to give you more information that actually first the consortium will give a more benefit for ITS, yeah, student, faculty, staff, and so on. And also you may also try to have opportunity to grab the other program from that consortium. But today we are focused to the FICEM and also ACNET, and we are hoping that you can also grab the opportunity from both consortium. Later for further instruction, because I will be more handling for the supervisor promotion. And also for that technical program will be direct to Mr. Ade. So later you may allow to send your question to Mr. Ade for the one who not in Europe, but for the Europe area, you will send your query to Miss Cahyani. Yeah, Miss Cahyani. I'm sure Miss Van Kois also well know Miss Cahyani. Okay, so I think that's all, Fiona. For further information, if you still have a related question, you may email to Mr. Ade or Miss Cahyani, or you may send your query in our Instagram and also outline. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Wahyu, for the explanation. Okay, we are now into the panel discussion. For all participants, if you have question, you may use the raise hand feature or ask in the chat box by dropping the question using format name_question. Earlier, there's a question from Ms. Nur Aziza, but I am very sorry for Ms. Nur Aziza. Your question will be answered later in the breakout room session because the question is too specific. Okay, for all the participants, once again, if you have any question, you can use the raise hand feature and or ask us in the chat box by drop the question using format name_question.
Maybe if you're while the committee also prepare the breakout room, maybe we can just go the breakout room soon, because I'm sure several of them, they will have different question between FICEM and ACNET, like Mr. Aziz's question. Yeah, so maybe you may prepare, but while you prepare, while the committee prepare the breakout room, maybe I will throw the question for both of you. Is it okay? Mr. Franco is saying that. Okay, so I hope the question also will be give more insightful for our student, or more information to the. So the first question is about if they join the kind of the program, continue the master or PhD program that you already explained before. Is there any special requirement test from the member of or for ITS student, for example, like because we are the member, there is any a bit tolerance for the IELTS or for the TOEFL or so on, or maybe you may explain if there is any special gain benefit for them. Come then for the next question as well, because in here there is many, so many typical student here. We have PhD, we have master student, we have diploma, and also we have bachelor. Oh, we also have alumni of ITS student. So I would like to also maybe deliver the question if related whether if, for example, with this consortium, they can also get access news information. For example, do you offer like some workshop or from conferencing, or also some opportunity for them, yeah, to have more connection between with the member of university, if they would like to know more about our program, each university member, do you also will providing them in your for example in ACNET or FICEM website, or you just only mostly give the information in the website about the general scheme, not for the specific news about the member? So maybe that's the part of the question. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to start because there is first question specifically for FICEM about the requirement. Maybe it should be the same for ACNET. Regarding the FICEM, what do you need to apply? As explained during the presentation, a nomination letter from ITS, from the international office, English test. What are we expecting from the English test? We are expecting at least a B2 level in English. Okay, and again, you do not need to upload French test, only English test for Master of Science course in English, and at least B2 level. And one special tips for the motivation letters, if I have to give one advice, you should write the motivation letter in one page. It's quite difficult, such as exercise because you have to say everything in one page, but it means that you're going to make the effort to summarize, to synthesize all the information in one page. And that is something that we appreciate. That is about the requirement. And regarding the academic requirement, this task will be done by the partner, by ITS. But we are knowing well that students from ITS, they have a strong capacity and there is no problem once they have been nominated to study in France, especially in our Master of Science program, taught in English. So that is about the first point. And regarding the second point about the detail regarding the consortium, for the FICEM, everything is on the website, but if you need more details and to make more connection with one special institution or one special technological university, you can write us directly to the contact address and we will be pleased to make the connection between, for example, a PhD student in electronics from ITS to one professor in Mines Paris. You know, if you know what I mean. But the main link is first on the website, but we will be very happy to provide you more information regarding the contact address FICEM Consortium at imtatlantic.fr. So maybe Ms. Shen An has more other responses, but thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Franco. How about Ms. Singnan?
Okay. So yeah, the the ACNET has like 24 member universities. So if you any of the students applied for the doctorate program in either of them, and they will have connections with other member universities, and they can participate in any of their programs. And we also have some like joint degree programs and all non-degree programs or exchange programs. So they the students, if they study in either one of our member universities, she or he will have a chance to get supervised and attend activities in any other member universities. And so for the contact information, we have the official website that lists all the official websites of the member universities. We have an official website of ACNET, and we have the list of all the member universities official websites on that. But most important is that if you study, for example, in Tianjin University, you study for a PhD program in Tianjin University, where you are interested probably in Tongji or maybe in ATS, maybe in Malaysia, and we can all help you to contact them for supervision and for courses or etc. Like this. Do I miss some of them? Oh, sorry. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Shinnan, for the answer too. Okay, due to the limited time, we have to end the panel session and move on to the breakout room session. For all participants, please change your display name by assume name at the front. For example, FICEM_Zevanya_student ID or ACNET_Zevanya_
Hello, Ms. Youngman.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. So we'll wait for the participants to enter the breakout room and then we'll start our session.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, I have colleagues from Tianjin University, and she is in charge of the international student admission. Can you add her into our group as well?
Oh, I have joined the group, Shuna.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Hello, so Mrs. Chai.
Hello, nice to meet you. First of all, I will share some brochures of Tianjin University in the chat spot, okay?
Yes, you may, Mrs. Chai.
Some introductions about Tianjin University and the different programs that we offer. I will set some documents in the chat box.
Okay, so since all of the participant has entered the breakout room session, I suppose we can start our discussion session in this breakout room. So hello everyone, good evening. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Johanna Caroline Sitimunte and I am a volunteer from ITS Global Engagement. I will be your moderator in this session. To start off our discussion, I'd like to say thank you so much to ACNET-Tech. We are grateful for your willingness to share with ITS students about ACNET-Tech through this program. Let me remind you again that Ms. Heshangnan and also her colleague, Mrs. Chai, are the representatives for ACNET-Tech. In the previous session, everyone has already got insights about ACNET-Tech and the opportunities to join their programs. So for the next 20 minutes, you can ask more detailed questions to Ms. Heshangnan and also Mrs. Chai, which are related to ACNET-Tech or even any programs that you can join. And please don't hesitate to convey anything that you think is still unclear or perhaps you need more explanation related to the previous presentation. You may use the raise hand feature or type your question through the chat box using the format name_student ID_your question. Or you can see the example sent by our committee in the chat room. And also, if any of you have any struggle in asking your question in English, then you may use Bahasa Indonesia instead. Later on, the committee will help to translate it. However, we do encourage everyone here to try using English as a form of their practice. And if you guys plan to register in one of the programs of ACNET-Tech, I do believe that this could be your great opportunity to do a consultation about any related things, because we can say that not all ITS students are lucky enough to get this kind of opportunity, which is being in the same Zoom room with the representative of the partner university. Okay, so while waiting for the participant to ask and maybe they're still preparing for their questions, I will ask some questions that was previously asked by them through the registration form. Okay, we have a question regarding how much is the tuition fee and living cost there? Maybe from Ms. Heshangnan, you may start and the answer, and later on, if Mrs. Chai has any additional information, you may answer it as well.
Okay, thank you, Karen. Well, I heard that East Asian students are usually very shy. Let's see if we have got any questions today, and we'll have discussed today.
Yeah, you see what students want to know the tuition fee and the living costs in Tianjin University.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, can I share my screen? Because I have a PDF about this part.
Yes, you may share your screen, Mrs. Chen.
Okay. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. This one. Let's see the tuition fee for our different programs. This is our degree program for international students. We have bachelor program, master program, and PhD program. For the tuition fee for the different program, they are different. General, for the bachelor program, our tuition fee is 16,600 RMB. That's the program, if the program is taught in Chinese. If the program is taught in English, then the tuition fee will more expensive. And we also have some special major like architecture, urban planning, software engineer, and animation. The tuition fee for this 4 major is 26,000. And for the master degree, you usually need to take 2 or 3 years to study. For the general tuition fee, you can see is 24,900 RMB per year. And for some programs that taught in English, it will be also more expensive. They will be 13,000 RMB. And for the program in the School of Architectures and the programs that MBA, they are all more expensive than that one. So if you can see your major and you can see the different tuition fee. What's more, the student want to know the living cost, that I will share you the living cost in Tianjin. Because Tianjin is nearby our capital city Beijing. There are only 30 minutes by the inner city express train from Tianjin to Beijing, but the living cost in Tianjin is much more lower than Beijing or other big cities in China, like Shanghai, Guangzhou, or other cities. For the academic for the fee for the academication, there will nearly 1,000 per month. If you live in the school, it will be cheaper. If you want to rent a house with your friends outside school, it will be expensive. So you can choose you like, because Tianjin University or other university in China, they will offer students, they will offer many accommodation in the school, so the student can choose what they like. And for food, the food in China is very cheap, especially in Tianjin. So you can buy very delicious food for a low price. You only need maybe 600 to 1,000 per month RMB. And for transportation fee, it's also very low, because you can know China has a very popular and subways, and the students or the citizens can go through the cities by public transportations. You can have a bus or the subways, or we also have a very special share bags. So you can go anywhere by public transportations. It will only need 100 to 200 per miles living in Tianjin. And for communication fees, also very low. Maybe like us, like the teachers or the students in Tianjin, we only need maybe 15 RMB per mouse. If you want to maybe make phone calls with your family frequently, then you maybe need 100 per mouse. So when you add these fees together, there will be 1,500 RMB to 2,000 RMB. So it's also very low when you want to choose to study China, because you know for China's university, we will range you a lot of scholarships. For the part, I will show some scholarships. I know some students are very, some students want to know more about the scholarship because they want to maybe pay less money on their studies abroad. Yeah, I see some. Okay. You can see for the scholarship for bachelor degree, we have 4 different of the scholarships. For the first one, Chinese government scholarships. For the bachelor students, you can only apply for the type A, but for the master degree, you can apply for the both steps, step A or step B. Let's see the coverage and standards. For the Chinese government, we call CGS. It's the living allowance was 2,500 RMB per month. And I see the last PPT that if you want to study in Tianjin, you only need maybe 1,500 to 2,000. You can live a very, very comfortable life in Tianjin. So this living allowance is enough for you to live in Tianjin. If you are a very good student, you can apply for this Chinese government scholarship. And especially if you want to also apply for a scholarship, a high scholarship, you can also see our 求是 scholarship. Because the tuition subsidy will be 20,000 RMB per academic years. So for some majors, your tuition fee is only 16,600. You can also maybe have more than 400 RMB per year by your own use. And for the living allowance, it's also same to this one, Chinese government scholarships. So these 2 scholarships is very, very good for the bachelor student to apply for. Besides these 2 scholarships, we also have Tianjin University International Student Scholarships and Tianjin University scholarships in chemical engineering. We have different types in these 2 scholarships. We will give the student according their academic transcript and according their interviews. So you can apply these scholarships according to your situation. And for master degrees, we'll have more scholarships, because we will have 2 different types of the Chinese government scholarships for master degrees. You can apply this to different scholarships. For the type A, you must apply for the Chinese ambassador or your country's ambassador. For the type B, you can apply to Tianjin University for the scholarships. And we also have Tianjin government scholarships, Tianjin University scholarships, Institute of Civil Engineering and Technology. Besides this one, we also have a special one. This is Confucius Institute scholarships. This scholarships is offered for the students who want to study Chinese in China. So if you're a student who want to study Chinese and want to be a Chinese teacher in the future, I think you can look more information about these scholarships. And for PhD scholarships, we also offer for different type of scholarships. And special one is the Beiyang Future Scholarships. It's full type. And the coverage and standards is very high. So for most students who apply for these scholarships, you will need to pay your tuition fee, and your living cost is also will covered by this type of scholarships. That's all. Do any students have more questions that want to know?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Choi, for the explanation regarding the scholarship and also tuition fee and living costs. Maybe from the participants here, are there any questions you'd like to know more? Because based on the presentation, there were lots of variety of programs that maybe any of you are interested to know more. This is like the best moment for you guys to have a consultation or ask anything. Okay, maybe while waiting, I'm going to read another question from the registration form, and it's about what are the preparations and requirements that are needed to study abroad. Maybe Mrs. Chai or Ms. Hershingnan, if you'd like to answer, you may.
The preparation to study in Tianjin University or study in China?
Both, if it's possible, or maybe specific to.
In where? Sorry, this speaker is really low.
Okay. If it's possible for both, either China and Tianjin, but if it's not possible, maybe just specific for the Tianjin University.
Okay. So the students want to know study in Tongji or DOT or Tianjin. So I would just introduce some preparations to made some small marks, and I think Miss Chai will know more about that. I would say, so before you come to China to study, firstly, we will recommend you have a English. If she chooses to study English taught programs, she will have to English language certificate. This is language, and we will recommend you have some basic learning of the native local language. I mean Chinese Mandarin. And that will make you very convenient when you go into the street. And this is for the, also you pack up all the clothes and usage for the 4 seasons. This is for living. Actually, you don't have to package a lot of stuff, package a lot of things for China. You can, most of them you can buy it at the local place, and it will be very convenient. So this is for the living. I think I still have to ask Miss Chai to make up more points in preparation for study.
Okay. Can you see my screen? Because I share our website about the students, what the documents the student need or what they should do before applications.
Yes.
First is the qualifications of applicants. First, you must be a non-Chinese citizen, so you must have a passport. So if you don't have a valid passport, you must apply the passport before you apply for our school. The second one is applicants should have a high school or maybe university, or if you want to apply for master degree, you must have a bachelor diploma. And if you want to apply for our bachelor degree, we also have a limit of age. You should be under the age of 13. So you need to know the basic qualification of the applicants. The third one is a language proficiency requirement, like Shengnan said. If you want to apply for our Chinese TOEFL program, you must have HSK certificate. If you want to apply for our English TOEFL program, you need to submit English proficiency certificates like TOEFL, IELTS, or Duolingo. We all accept this different of English certificate. And what's more, applicants must have a good health or a good conduct. They will be willing to obey by the law and regulations of China's Tianjin universities. So you also must have some documents about your physical reportment or your conduct report. And for the application documents, you can see first you must scan your original diploma, and then you must scan your academic transcripts. So if you want to apply for the skills, you must have your academic transcripts. And what's more, you also must have the Chinese and English proficiency that I told before. Yes, I think this one is the sixth one is very important. You can prepare now because it will maybe a little different for different students. This is a personal statement or study plan. If you want to apply for a good major, or if you want to go to a good college, you want to have your personal statement to tell the teachers or the professors why you want to study with them or why you want to study this major. The teachers and the professors will see it. So you must prepare this document very careful. What's more, you also will have a foreigner physical examination form that I told before. So you will have a body check before you apply for our university. And you will also give us your certificate of non-criminal record, because we want to know you are a good citizen and you are good students. That's the documents that you want to need to prepare before apply for Chinese university, or before you want to see the Chinese Tianjin universities. And you can check if you want to apply for our skills, you can check our website and you can find the different parts of this one. You will find what you need in our website. We have different parts and we introduce very details because we want the students know we want the students get information what they want. Okay, do any other questions?
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Hirschman, and also Mrs. Choi for your explanation. And I hope it answers everyone's curiosity, but unfortunately, due to the time limit, the time for this session has come to an end. Thank you for your thank you for your enthusiasm and attention. And also thank you very much to Ms. Hirschman and also Mrs. Choi for the answers that were given throughout the session. Maybe
Okay.
from both Ms. Hirschman and Mrs. Choi, do you have something to add for the closing statement?
No, just thank you for caroling, and we really welcome every students from ITS to join to study in Tianjin University. And because ITS is a very, very good friend of the Tianjin University, we have organized a lot of seminars and student programs all together. And we wish this friendship will help our students to exchange, to communicate, and to understand each other better. So although this session is over, but we are welcomed. If any of the ITS students have any questions, please email us and we will be very happy to answer and anytime. So we will leave our contact information, our mail address in the Dropbox. Okay, also because Ms. Chai is from the International School of International Education of the Tianjin University. So if any students are interested in any programs and want to know any information for applying for studying Tianjin University, he can mail to Ms. Chai or me. Either of us is fine. Okay, thank you, Caroline. Thank you very much. I will leave the. Okay.
What about from Mrs. Chai? Do you have any closing statement?
No, I don't have any other problems. Thank you for your meeting. And the students who want to know more about the information about TGU or Tianjin universities, that you can screen the QR code that are set in the chat box. And in our WeChat group, we have the teachers in the group to answer your questions.
Okay, thank you very much. And that is all from me as your moderator. I apologize for any mistakes. And now you may return to the room to start the next session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ms. Hirschman and Mrs. Chai.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Okay, so let me start this session. Hello, everyone. Good evening from Surabaya and also good afternoon in France. Let me introduce myself. So my name is Samuel Nehemia Agung, and I'm a volunteer of ITS Global Engagement and will be your moderator in this breakout room session. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to Mr. Francois because we are really grateful for you to willing to share with ITS students about especially FICEM Consortium through this LSA program. Let me remind you again that Mr. Francois is the representative of FICEM Consortium, or the French Indonesian Consortium for Engineering and Management. In the previous session, you all already got insights about the FICEM Consortium and anything related to opportunities to join programs with FICEM Consortiums. So for the next perhaps 20 minutes, you can ask more detailed or specific question to Mr. Francois that related to the French Indonesia Consortium for Engineering and Management, or anything related to life in France or study abroad in France. Please do not hesitate to convey anything you think is still unclear, or perhaps you need more explanation related to the previous presentation. You can just use the raise hand feature. And also, if you can speak directly, you may also put your question on the chat box, and I will be read the question and send it to Mr. Francois directly. If it is hard to you to speak in English, you may ask in Bahasa Indonesia, and the committee will help you to translate it into English. Okay, so actually, on the previous session, I looked on the chat box and there was a question about IMT or FICEM Consortium. It was from Ms. Nur Aziza. She is currently a student in doctoral civil engineering, and she asked about about short program in IMT. I'm really interested about this program, but what in this program there's is specific in environment, because currently in her doctoral is about study in water resource, and her research also in environment, especially in water resources. So the question, is there any major or department in FICEM or IMT that related to the environment program?
Okay, terima kasih, Samuel. Merci. Thank you. So yes, thank you for your question, Aziza. It's a very nice question, and I am lucky to get this question because, as I told you, the FICEM is a consortium where we will have 10 Indonesian universities and 9 technological universities in France, and one of them, IMT-Atlantic, the one I work for them, and I am also the FICEM coordinator for all the university, Indonesian and French. There is a department of engineering at IMT-Atlantic in energy and environment. And in this department, we see the area of water resources, not only, but it's one of the branch. So if I well understood, Aziza, you are currently enrolled in PhD at ITS. Am I correct?
Yes, right.
Okay, and the idea is, how can you benefit from the Erasmus Plus scholarship? The first step is to find a project between IMT-Atlantic and ITS. How can you do that? The first thing to do is to send me an email directly to me with one of your professor who is controlling, monitoring your thesis. Mm-hmm. And we need to find a good match between professor at IMT-Atlantic and at ITS. If they make some connection between their research, if they make connection between the research, they will be able after to receive you, Aziza, as a PhD student at IMT-Atlantic, and receiving you at IMT-Atlantic, we will be able under the FICEM frame to fund your mobility with a scholarship. But the first step is to speak with your professor who is currently mentoring your PhD project, research project. Once you will talk with him or with her, you can send me an email with a short resume about your project, and I will try to make the connection with IMT-Atlantic, with the Department of Energy and Environment. But please, Aziza, you can also have a look on IMT-Atlantic website and check the Department of Energy and Environment. I may send it to you in the chat box. It will be easily for you. And the Professor Yvan Dres, who is the head, he's the head of the Energy and Environment Department, is also a professor, world-class professor at Universitas Indonesia and Institute Technology for Bandung. So he used to come to Indonesia a lot of time. So if we can make new research collaboration with ITS, it will be awesome for us.
Yes, thank you very much for your explaining.
Okay, I hope so I was clear enough.
Yeah, maybe you can give me how long to short program?
Okay, short program, it depends about the short program. Actually, the short program are offered by the other French university. We do not have a lot. We have one in French summer school. So it means you want to learn French. But for the other, I need to double check with my colleague from the other French institutions.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much to Mr. Francois about the explanation. To Ms. Nur Aziza, do you have anything for the follow-up question?
Thank you very much. Maybe I will see the website in Atlantic Consortium.
My pleasure. And again, I will share my email address. You can contact me directly on this email address. FICEM admission. So again, I repeat myself, but there is great opportunity because you can come to France in one of the top 10 best technological university without paying tuition fees, and you will get a scholarship. So it's a great opportunity, and the fact is you will not be alone. There are a lot of international students. We have currently for this semesters 9 Indonesian students from different universities under the FICEM frame. And we used to chat a lot with them about what was difficult to come in France. The first thing was the food, because it's very different from nasi goreng. But regarding the way of life, they definitely love it. There are some vacation during the study program where they used to travel in Europe. For example, we have one alumni, one student. Her name is Silmi. She's very funny, and she traveled in Italy, in Switzerland, and the next step for the next holidays, she's going to Spain, in Barcelona. So not only about the study track, about the experience of life, it's very, very nice.
Traveling.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much for the brief explanation also. To all of the participants, if you guys plan to register for one of the programs in the FICEM Consortium, I think this could be your great opportunity to do a short consultation about any related things, because we can say that not all of the ITS students get this kind of advantage, which is in the same Zoom room with us, and also with the representative of this consortium. So if you have any question related to the FICEM Consortium or to the study abroad in France, you may ask your question directly to Mr. Francois by raise your hand, but you can also put your question on the chat box, and we will glad to read the question and ask it to Mr. Francois. Okay, so perhaps from now I don't see any participants who would like to ask, sorry. But actually, before this event, we already have questions from all of the participants before, and I would like to read one of the question. Okay, so the question is, if I choose more than one university under FICEM, should I make more than one motivation letter and also learning agreement? Yeah, I think that's it, the question.
Okay, that is a very good question. In fact, when you go on the online application platform, maybe I can share. Can I share my screen, Samuel, again?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to share it again. So I will show you the application platform. Okay, screen 1 or screen 2, screen 1 or screen 2, screen 1. Okay, Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, we can see our screen right now.
This one here, right? The FICEM platform. Is it okay, Samuel?
Actually, we can only see your dashboard.
Ah, okay. So now it's better.
Yeah.
So this one is the application platform, FICEM application.imtatlantic.fr. And in fact, everything is, again, it's written on this platform. You will be able to choose 3 Master of Science. And you have to make choice. And for each choice, you will have to write 1 motivation letter. After, for the transcript and for the nomination letter, it can be the same. But for the motivation letter, it should be different because the program will be different. It's possible to have different will of program, but one motivation letter should be for 1 program. And again, the application is quite convenient. You need to create an account on the FICEM website. And after, you will have to upload all these documents. We will be able to review your application in 2 or 3 weeks. And we will be then able to provide you an acceptation letter if you're going to be accepted and to ask you to pass the Zoom interview in order to assign you the Erasmus Plus scholarship. But I prefer this website, it's nicer and everything again is written and all the program offered are there in this area and you have the hyperlink for the master program. For example, this one, if you click here, you will be able to go directly on the description of the Master of Science. And again, that is the regular tuition fees, 12,000 euros for 1 year. But for ITS students, if you get the scholarship, there is no tuition fees. So it's a great opportunity for FICEM students and for ITS students. Voilà.
Okay, thank you very much. It was really insightful and clear for me at least. Okay, so actually we have one more question on the chat box. It was from Ms. Nadia Parwati Way. So she asked, is it in ITS have any MOU for double degree with the IMT or at least for the FICEM Consortium? And also, is it only for exchange program? If we have any MOU about double degree program, do we must conduct research in IMT campus?
Okay, for regarding the agreements, we currently working on the process to renew the agreement, but the next intake will be in September, so do not worry, we will have time to sign the new agreements. The first one has been signed in 2015 at the beginning of the FICEM, but we need to re-sign a new one, and we will make a new one for sure for exchange students, and we will try to make also for double degree. So if I see on the FICEM platform, if we have student interest in double degree, of course, I will push my team to make a double degree program with ITS, if it's possible also from their side. But I think for now, there is no problem. But the work is in progress about the agreement. For exchange student, there is no problem. For double degree, there is no problem too. We just need to sign a new agreement.
Okay, so actually, there is one question also. For the double degree program, do we need to make our research on the IMT campus?
What do you mean by research on IMT campus, Pardon?
So if we have a double degree program, is it a must to have like a research or conduct a research in IMT campus?
Okay, that is a possibility. It will depend of the condition of the agreement. But if ITS asks to their student if they want to get double degree to continue with a research project, they will have the possibility to do it at Institut Mines Telecom campus. So no, there is. I don't think so. I don't think there is a problem about this one. It's definitely okay, because as I have said before, you can do your last semester as internship in industry or in a research laboratory and conduct a research project.
Okay, thank you very much for the explanation, Mr. Francois. And I think this will be the last question. And the last question is about what fees are covered by the Erasmus FICEM scholarship for joint master degree, and also can applicants choose majors and universities freely?
Okay, so about the fees, if you get the Erasmus Plus scholarship, there is no tuition fees. You pay nothing. And you get a monthly scholarship. It's 850 euros. It's not like it is 850 euros. Thus, you will get per month. And we pay also the travel ticket, the flight travel ticket, up to 1,500 euros. And the duration is between 3 months and 12 months. So it means if you come for only one semester, it can be 6 months. If you can for double degree, it can be 12 months. For example, it will depend of the frame of your venue in France, but we can arrange, but at least you will need to stay 3 months and a maximum time of 12 months. That was for the first part of the question, and Samuel, I cannot remember the second part, pardon.
Okay, so actually for the question, do we can choose the major and or the university freely?
In fact, each major is related and linked to the university. If you're going to choose, for example, civil engineering, you will have the choice to choose IMT Nord Europe in the north of France. If you choose nuclear engineering or energy environment engineering or information technology engineering, you will have the choice to go to IMT Atlantic or Mines Saint-Etienne in the eastern part of France. Again, depend of the specialty of each technological university in France. And for example, if you have more specialties in material sciences or in pharmaceutical, you can go directly to IMT Mines Albi. In the south of France, close to Toulouse, La Ville en Rose, as we say, the Pink City.
Okay, thank you very much for your answer. Okay, unfortunately, the time for this session has ended. Thank you very much for all of the participants for the enthusiasm. And also I want to say thank you to Mr. Francois for the time. And
thank you, Samuel. Thank you to all of you.
Okay, thank you very much because you all already enlightened us with all of the answer. Perhaps from Mr. Francois, do you have something to add for the closing statement?
Sure. So I just would like to thank ITF. The event is awesome like a global presentation, a panel discussion, and then a room session. It's very nice. I would like to thank all the participants. And again, one of my last message should be, if you want to come in France, do not worry. The people are nice here. The food is nice too. It's colder than in Indonesia, than in Surabaya, but you are young and you will be able to acclimate easily and quickly. And I will be happy to receive some special recipes of nasi goreng in France. So please come to France, where I will love to welcome you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Francois. Okay, so all of the participants, I think that is all from me as the moderator in this session. I apologize for any mistake that I made during this session, and we hope that all of your curiosity has been answered on this Q&A session. Okay, so to all of the participants and also Mr. Francois, please return to the main room to continue to the next agenda. Thank you very much and good evening from Surabaya.
Thank you, Samuel.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Being shared by the committee. Once again, for all the participants, you may fill the feedback link, and remember the link will be closed 30 minutes after being shared by the committee. Okay, before we close our agenda today, we have a bit appreciation for both consortium. For a committee, you may share the screen. Okay, thank you, Janetika, for sharing the screen. We want to thank to Mr. Francois. And for the committee, you may take a screenshot. Okay, thank you very much for the committee and also Ms. Francois.
Terima kasih. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much. It was an honor and it was a very nice event. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Terima kasih. Okay, next for Ms. Shengnan. For committee, you may share the screen and take the screenshot.
Oh, it's so kind of you. Thank you, so sweet. Thank you very much, and thank you for this invitation. And I truly love this communication, and very thank you for the global engagement. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Shengnan, and also thank you for the committee. And thank you for the both of the consortium. Before we end our agenda today, let us have a documentation of all participants. For all participants, you may turn on your camera, and for the committee, you may take the lead.
All right, thank you so much, Fiona. I will take the lead for the documentations on today LSA program. So for the participant, we will give you some time to turn on the camera, and for all of us have a screenshot time for the documentation. All right, since a lot of participants already turned on their camera, we're going to screenshot, take the picture for the first slide. Going to count 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then for the second slide, keep your smile. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Back to you, Fiona.
Okay, thank you so much, Jantika, for the participation. Finally, thank you very much for today. It was very informative event that gave insights and encouragement to all of us. And I hope to see all of you in our next event. We hope after this you'll be much more motivated to participate in internationalization events. And don't forget to fill the feedback link form. I'm Fiona, as your Master of Ceremony, representing all committees on duty today. I would like to apologize for any mistakes that happened during the session. Once again, thank you very much for your participation and see you in the other events. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So I will end in 3, 2, 1, go. Thank you, everyone.